of break-ins has people in Spartanburg on edge, concerned for their safety. Now, we mapped out for you where these break-ins are actually happening. They're in Duncan in the Cartwright Farms neighborhood on Duncan Reedville Road and Wagon Trail. Now, take a look at this ring video. There's a car that you see coming down this road, potentially a Kia Soul. This was sent in to us by a viewer, and they live in that neighborhood. They say early Thursday morning, a group of people driving that car that you just saw going by, possibly a Kia Soul, broke into several cars, stealing personal items like purses, wallets, and even a few cars. You can see how they went to that truck on your screen, then went across the street. You see them leaving that car. We reached out to the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office, who confirmed these reports. They say they're investigating, and coming up at 10, we're actually hearing from neighbors in the Cartwright neighborhood talking about how they want the people responsible caught.